And let's make a quick sound check. Okay, so hello everyone, welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having part 3 of our Dacian campaign in original Rome Total War, and I think we already have one question in the chat. So you can find the first episode of this campaign in the playlist. I think it's named Dacia campaign or something like that. So, yeah, most certainly you can find it from the channel. I think it was streamed 3 weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago. So, our goal in this episode is to take Corinth, take Sparta, and most likely we will try to take these islands, Cydonia and Rhodes as well. Perhaps, if an opportunity presents itself, we will try to grab this part of Asia Minor as well. Furthermore, I think we are soon ready to land in Italy. So let's start hitting the Romans back. They have been rather annoying in this campaign. And of course we need to make preparations. Most likely the Germanians will attack, and then we have the Dacians, or rather Scythians over here, besieging the settlement, and I'm not exactly sure if we can hold it, but let's hope so. In any case, we are strengthening our garrison in Campus Scythia because it's next in line if Campus Scythia will fall. And here, I think, well, if we had money, we would train some more troops. But I think we will send this guy to reinforce the garrisons north here. And if we have money, perhaps we can train some troops in Tylis at some point at the very least. Perhaps actually it's wise to check that we are having as high taxes as possible. Because we don't exactly have too much money as it is. And I think we can raise here because there is plague and the population will drop. At least somewhat. Okay, so now we just need to remember to monitor the public order.
Lord?
And perhaps we can soon reinforce this army over here as well. So, without further ado, let's actually see if this army can do something. So we have fleets here. So basically, we could cross next turn.
General.
Of course, perhaps
Yes.
we need to
General. Yes. General.
take these units that are more at full strength. Yeah, so I think it's time to finish the turn. And I would say fortunately the Scythians are attacking, because there is a chance that we can keep them at bay. At least better this way than if they continue the siege.
Victory is within our... Await my orders!
I think our best play just is to camp in the city center. And unfortunately, we don't have that much defense against enemy missiles. And those horse archers most definitely are going to be rather annoying. But let's hope that our warband will soak at least some of the damage over there. And perhaps our war dogs could handle at least some of these horse archers then. But let's see. Perhaps that tower and perhaps even that tower over there will be able to inflict some casualties, but rather minor it seems. Okay. One approach could have been that we would have defended practically this area over here, so the enemy can come inside the walls there, but then our archers would be peppering them over there. But then again, we do lack infantry, so
this is a disaster.
Probably
the
not a
enemy have
viable
broken
option.
through our walls. Drive! Ill news comes unlooked for. The enemy have taken the walls.
And there they come. And it seems... oh, they have war dogs as well. We have relatively experienced archers, so that's clearly a bonus. Let's hope we can actually inflict some casualties. Yeah, perhaps we are inflicting them at better pace than the enemy. Okay, so I think now is the time to use the cavalry. So if we just could break, I think we will be able to break those axemen. Excellent. So the dogs will chase them and then most likely inflict some rather nice casualties while they are at it. I think the battle is looking relatively good as it is. It seems these horse archers are actually meeting their match in the war dogs. Yep, we could send the general to support. Oh, well, that's rather nice of them running into our men over there. Nice. And it seems the war dogs are being brushed aside. So it seems the AI is having a bit easier time with war dogs than we are. And we are also having a bit of hard time with the pathfinding.
Warlord shows his worth. Nothing! Any of our warriors would die rather than run.
Okay, I think we have dealt with the enemy captain, it seems. And we still have some warhounds and some other units at the gates. But I think we do have quite enough missiles to deal with them.
The enemy warlord lies dead. Now he can drink with his ancestors and watch his warriors flee.
Move out quickly! Archers! All units! Archer warfare! Archers!
And I don't like one bit if those warhounds are released. So let's try to take them down as much as possible. Wavering, exhausted, does not bode well for the dogs out there. Okay, so they are released. Our next objective, in addition to not get eaten by the dogs, is to make sure that the enemy at the gates is dealt with. I'm not actually sure what they do have over there. But perhaps our general could do something about it. And it seems our warband is being eaten alive by those dogs. So it would seem that at the gates are some Scythian horse archers. So perhaps we could be able to rout all of them in this area. Which practically leaves us this one unit to be dealt with. Hello, Adolf, incredible, welcome to the stream. Okay, and these guys should break rather soon. So it seems this flank is actually holding relatively well. Of course, we are kind of lacking the population to retrain the troops properly. And of course, there seems to be rather continuous sieges going on. And I think we will actually try to just
Yes,
starve Corinth out.
Chief! Chief! Yes!
Perhaps one unit from Larissa will help to maintain the public order. So the Prutti I have brought
Orders!
one unit of Principes over there. Now the issue is that
Yes!
in order to get across, we need to wait for one additional turn. Because that fleet over there is practically blockading us. Okay. this is problematic and practically means that we are not going to bring this guy
Lord,
north there to reinforce, but
Lord,
we have to
march.
reinforce the Segestica and Salona regions.
General. Yes. Move out. Out of moves.
And once again horse archers and archers, which means that we cannot do that much over there.
Yes.
We don't have any mercenaries available over here. The port, well, it's not that beneficial. Okay, I think we have once again turn. And it seems Salona
Lord,
will be under attack rather soon. I think I would like to take those Grecian archers
orders.
with this army.
General. Chief. General. Leaving the army. Yes.
Aye, Captain! Set sail!
Yes. To the boats.
Set sail!
Moving ashore. Orders.
And Tarentum is
Orders.
rather lightly defended,
Leaving the army.
so there is a chance that we can actually get it next turn and actually secure a foothold
Aye,
in
Captain!
Italian mainland,
General.
which seems rather good. So I think we are not done training combat troops over here. Rather, I don't know if we have any other types of troops
Yes.
than combat troops, but we still need to train them. Let's see, they are building battering rams, so I think we will give them a couple of turns to attack, and if they don't, we need to sally forth.
Yes.
And we can have mercenaries over here as well. I think Segestica should be strongly enough defended
General.
so that it
General.
will not fall. But Salona
No
will
more
fall
moves.
if it's besieged, so I think it's better to pull these mercenaries back to Apollonia. Hey Lightfoot Nick, welcome to the stream. And I think we once again have a turn. Okay, good. They are attacking and they don't seem to have any other armies in near vicinity, so perhaps if we, or rather when we deal with this army, we will have at least a couple of turns to breathe and replenish the troops.
Await my orders.
So they do have 2 battering rams manned by archer warbands. I mean, this might present an opportunity to defend the gateway, and of course there are those breaches in the wall. I don't actually know if they will use those battering rams at all. But then again, I think it's safer to just utilize the
Move out this area!
city square or town square over here.
Loose formation! March! Formation! Move out! Loose formation! Move out! March! Loose formation! March!
Oh, it seems we actually lost one of these units
Formation!
in the last battle.
Formation! March!
bit of shame because it's so much easier to retrain than train completely a new unit. Okay, so let's see. Okay, it seems they are charging straight to the caps. So perhaps a defense over here would have been actually a bit better way to go. Though they are vandalizing some more of our walls. I think we can make kind of small army battle between Carthage and Greece, though I cannot guarantee how it will end. So perhaps the Carthaginians will be the better ones in that one, but I will write it down straight away so I don't forget it. So probably we will make the video next weekend and then it will be released next week. We don't want to use this unit. And it seems the enemy over here is having some issues with morale. Let's see if we could drive those guys off. I mean, the pathfinding is rather annoying in the settlement battles. Agreed on that. And these Scythians are proving to be rather relentless in their sieges. And apparently they are almost beating our bodyguard over here. Guess we need to move the rest of the infantry to battle as well. And in general as well, this might actually still end rather badly. I'm a bit surprised because it seems we managed to beat a force twice this size in the previous battle. But then again, perhaps these are a bit more experienced troops that Dacia is fielding at the moment.
The enemy warlord lies dead. Now he can drink with his ancestors and watch his warriors flee.
This is becoming rather costly battle. Surprisingly costly, to be honest. These dogs are following the enemies. Let's hope some of them will stray to the gate.
The enemy flee from the field like
Rather
frightened goats.
important
Hunt them down and
victory.
slay them all.
So let's hope that we can actually get some breathing space for a while. Oh, probably just shoot my own bodyguard.
We need fight.
Yeah, actually this army managed to inflict more casualties than the previous one, although it was a bit larger. Okay, and we have next contender coming over there. This port, I mean, still rather bad, to be honest. So 5 more turns. They are taking some attrition over there, and I think this is actually Macedonian, last Macedonian settlement. And the enemy army is coming to Salona. If we just could get some more troops. And the plague has abated, which is really good news. I think we will move these mercenaries to Polonia and make an army over there to retake Salona, most likely rather soon. Yeah, I think those close battles are especially rewarding, no matter the actual end result, because the battle itself is so nice that it doesn't even bother one if one loses. Okay, so
General, yes. Orders, forward. Orders, move out.
do we have any population over here? Perhaps a bit. But basically, what reinforcements we want to get, we need to bring them from Porolissum. Okay, and I guess it's time for Battle of Tarentum.
Forward, yes. March. Unable to move.
Bit of public order issues over there.
Yes. General. Chief. General. Attack.
So, they do have some Principes, I guess faction leader and faction heir. This shouldn't be too difficult, and I think the plan is to send those horse archers to harass the reinforcements while we are trying to smash our way in. Hello, Kakaroto, though I don't have actually any idea how to pronounce the name correctly, but welcome to the stream nonetheless.
So that we can tell our grandchildren of our bravery.
Yeah, that's one of the perks of moving forward rather aggressively. You gain access to rather high tier troop production facilities quickly. So those are one group. The towers are rather annoyingly placed over there, so I think we will move the siege equipment over here. And I think 2 should be quite enough.
Forward!
The feeble enemy have more men. Ha! These are more heads for our warriors to collect in triumph.
So the enemy army is over there. Which probably will mean that we can inflict some rather nice damage with the missile weapons. So I think following these guys will be the most interesting part of the early battle at the very least. I think Illyrian ones are a bit better. Actually, I don't like that much noble cavalry. And I'm not kind of a cavalry player at all, so I like to mostly go onwards with infantry. I think mercenaries are rather useful. They can keep an aggressive attack going on. So that's, in my opinion, the main benefit of them. Of course, Grecian archers just are really good, no matter what. And we're actually inflicting even some casualties on the bodyguard over there. That's nice. And with some nice maneuvering, we should be able to inflict some nice casualties over here as well. Yeah, good. Okay, glad to hear that. Yeah, and I think about those Grecian archers, the main thing is that you can get them basically from turn 1. So one of the best missile units in the game available at turn 1 is rather impressive. And it seems we are doing rather well here on the settlement. Yep, as the enemy bodyguard is facing that way, we should try to inflict some casualties on them. Yeah, that's rather nice. Yeah, so I think we will be able to whittle it down at least to half strength with those archers alone. Yep, it's not one of the best moments for the AI. And it seems horse archers are doing relatively well. Yeah, it's below half strength at the moment. Well, it's the most dangerous enemy unit still, so I think we will just continue hitting it a while longer. Need to target them anymore as they are moving. Oh, this might become problematic. I think we will try to hit the enemy general especially. Those Samnite mercs should have... Okay. Yeah, this...
The enemy walls are down! Our warriors will take their reward in blood and treasure!
So let's try to deal some damage on those Samnites. Basically it means that we need to get at least one unit to flank them. Yeah. And I think we are doing rather okay.
The enemy walls are down! Our warriors will take their reward in blood and treasure!
I think that's a good question regarding those attacks from different flanks. I think the unshielded flank is a better one. Then again, I have seen some comments that there is no difference regarding it. And I actually made one test video if there is a difference about attacking the shielded and unshielded side, but the results were not conclusive. On the other hand, when playing a rather large amount of bridge battles, I have kind of a feeling that putting the archers on the unshielded side is the way to go, but yeah, I don't have any, let's say, conclusive evidence about that. Okay, some nice shots over there. To land some hits on the back of that bodyguard. Okay. This was not exactly what I had in mind. I have some series. I think I have Greek City series, I have Seleukid series, and most likely Macedonian series as well. So I think quite a chunk of those Hellenistic factions. Very good. Those guys are fleeing. Because we cannot replenish these, and they are getting tired.
The enemy warlord shows his worth.
Okay, good.
Nothing. Any of our warriors would die rather than run. The enemy warlord is dead, slain by your brave warriors.
We still have quite a few of these reinforcing units coming this way. I think we can just smash those weakened units, but we don't want to eat that pilavoli. And they're actually wavering. So perhaps a charge to the rear will break them. Excellent. And that other unit is only hostile, so we should be able to take it down.
The enemy
as
army
easy
runs.
as this.
Now hunt them down.
So the reinforcements are dealt with. I think we can move in with the infantry.
Our warriors have driven the enemy from his own
Yeah,
walls.
actually I have
The
played
way to
with
victory
Egypt
is open.
relatively little. Perhaps I do have series, but I'm not
Units!
Sure, perhaps not. About the avatar, you mean the small image for the channel? Kind of the channel icon, the old man pointing a finger upwards. If you're referring to that, well, perhaps not too much of an idea, but kind of I think it has at least a bit of self-ironic smirk in it. And well, I think it was somehow related to antiquity, and well, quite a few of the games are related to antiquity or medieval times that I'm playing in this channel, so I think it kind of fits there. This might actually be a bit risky, trying to deal with one hastati at the city center with warbands only. Okay, and there they come.
This is a great day. The arrogant Roman commander lies dead. His men now truly fear us.
Yeah, they would break if we were not in the city center. Let's blow the magic horn, just in case. Yeah, I think, yeah, the Egyptian roster is rather related to Bronze Age, it seems. But if one considers the faction in the historical period, I think Ptolemaic Egypt is rather clearly a Hellenistic faction. But in this game, yeah, that's at the very least debatable. Okay, good. So now we have a foothold in Italy. And we have some money to... Oh! Croton has rebelled, or... I think we killed the last remaining Brutii family members. I have to say... That's rather mind-boggling, to be honest. So, let's continue onwards. It has been a while since I have played those historical battles, so I cannot say. With hardest difficulty, I think most of them are rather hard. Perhaps the only exception is the Siege of Sparta, which I think is relatively easy because it takes time for those reinforcements to get into the city proper. Okay, so we got rid of those Brutii. And let's see if we could hire some mercenaries. Cannot. Can we do something useful in here? Yes, we certainly can. And perhaps some more farms will be rather beneficial. And perhaps some more farms and trader over here will be quite beneficial as well. Yeah, I think they lost all family members in the previous battle, so the faction was wiped out. Okay, so we are going to lose Salona.
We're besieged.
And we don't want... We would want to declare war, but we cannot do that.
We're under. Orders. Move.
And to beat that full Gaul army is going to take quite a bit more than what we have here at the moment, so... Well, let's make at least one of those noble cavalries.
Move. Out of moves.
And this Greek army... Well, perhaps it could be a bit more frightening with some armored hoplites, but I guess frightening enough as it is.
General. Move out. Orders. General. Move. Unable to move. Chief. Forward. Out of moves.
I'm rather concerned of these stone walls over here because, well, they do have only peasants and Samnite mercs and velites as infantry, but still.
Yes.
Whenever there are stone walls, some heavier, or rather heavy casualties will ensue with rather certainty.
Yes.
Let's bring these two units to man the siege towers. Of course, we could try to auto-resolve, but this is mercenary army with Scythian mercenaries at the front line, so we would most likely lose quite a lot of them, so manual battle it is.
Today is a grim day for our enemy. Await my orders.
Ah, okay, so that's really interesting regarding those, how the family members are called. So here, I think we don't want to this unit suffer as much casualties as this one, so let's... Well, I don't think it actually matters. Or rather, this side is better. So let's see how far the siege towers can go, and perhaps... I don't really like these Samnite mercenaries too much, so I think they are relatively sacrificable. So let's put this battering ram forward first, so it will soak up fire from the towers, and then we will push onwards with the siege towers right after it. This will most likely burn down. So they only have... yeah. Time to pull back. Let's hope it bought enough time. Oh, that was a nasty volley. Enough time for the siege towers to get to the wall. Because if they don't get to the wall, using only one ladder is going to be rather difficult. And our warband probably will rout against these velites if not supported by the chosen swordsmen. Of course, it's more important to get these to the wall than the warband, but still. If we could capture the gateway and bring some reinforcements over here, it would be rather nice. Okay, so So the velites are moving this way and we are facing only peasants and most likely that tower over there. Well, that historical accuracy is rather nice. In one of the comments, I think it was related to Medieval 2 Total War, someone was criticizing Creative Assembly that they didn't respect the Spanish names. So all of them rather were wrongly written and so on, and rather generic, so they weren't historically accurate and so on. So it's nice that in the Italian version the names are correct. Okay, wavering already. It's good news. And here, broken. Good, though it will take a while to clean them with just a warband. Actually, vanilla Medieval 2. See if we could break these velites by charging them from two sides.
Our warriors have taken the walls.
Okay, good.
Now the streets will run with blood.
I think we can begin to move the main bulk of the army onwards. And these guys can take the towers over there and perhaps even inflict some casualties on the enemy generals. Okay, well, we're inflicting at least some damage over there. And it seems our warband is even surviving against the peasants. And they kindly brought the Samnite mercs over there. So these towers should clear them out eventually. Perhaps this... Oh! It's under our control. Interesting, because I think it shouldn't be. Well, perhaps I shouldn't complain. I think if we take another tower over here, and perhaps this, yeah, that leads directly to the city center, so let's take the gateway as well. Good, and let's see how this unit over here is doing. Okay, perhaps lights can deal with them. Okay, they got scared. And we will be facing two bodyguard units, one peasant unit most likely, and what scraps they still do have left. So I think the hoplites will do the dirty work, and our archers will kind of encourage the enemies to engage them. And I think that's battle plan enough. Yeah, that Imperium Surrectum is rather massive. Yeah, I generally dislike siege battles if the enemy has stone walls or better, because, well, you will just suffer so heavy casualties quite often that, at least in my opinion, it often actually pays to wait for the enemy to sally forth, or just to starve the enemies out. Do we have phalanx horn? Yes, we do. No, you are not going there.
Orders complete, Commander.
Yeah, I have played some mods. Latest one was Imperium Surrectum, but actually it was surprisingly unpopular on this channel, so perhaps the people wanting to watch Imperium Surrectum are focusing on the channels that feature the mods a bit more. So it seems I'm not going to play mods that much, even though perhaps some Lord of the Rings mod would be rather nice at some point. Yeah, the pathfinding is a pain.
Mercenary hoplite. Hoplite mercenary. Destroy them! Stop! Destroy them! Stop! Kill them! Hoplite. Pull! Attack! Hoplite mercenary.
Okay, so much for a hoplite mercenaries to deal with cavalry. And finally some
The
progress.
enemy warlord shows his worth. Nothing. Any of our warriors would die rather than run.
Mercenary hoplite.
The warlord of the enemy...
Okay.
Warlord lies dead. Now he
much
can
for that.
drink with his ancestors and watch his warriors flee.
Yeah, I think the hoplite should be able to take care of these. Especially after the general, or rather the last bodyguard unit, hopefully falls. Okay, good. Hello Justin, welcome to the stream. guess we can speed up things a bit. Most likely our archers are actually shooting each other or some of our hoplites in the back, so...
Victory!
Okay. So, Croton is ours, but I think we took surprisingly lot of casualties over there.
Our land by conquest.
Oh, chosen archers. Well, that's nice. A really nice settlement to have. Yeah, we can most certainly use those chosen archers. Let's... Actually, we are going to have quite a bit of problems with public order rather soon here. So... Do we have something with which to boost the influence? No, we don't. So we are going to need to have quite a garrison over there. But hopefully we can manage. Because if we take this one out... Okay, it was not actually as drastic a drop
Orders, General.
that I was afraid of.
Yes. Orders, General. Yes, General.
Most
General.
certainly these units will move in. I think we need the
Orders,
lights.
move out.
Okay, so apparently the garrison does not matter that much eventually.
Yes,
General, move out. Urging armies.
yes.
Okay,
General.
apparently no issues at all
Move out.
with the public
Unable
order.
to move.
Yes. March. Yes.
And I think we do
General.
have a turn. Oh, we don't have enough money. I was considering going there and recruit some barbarian mercenaries, but... Or see if I could recruit them. But apparently there are no possibilities for that. Would the port here... Well, that's a worthy investment.
Orders.
A rather big Julii army. Let's see. Yeah, we can combine
General.
those. If we attack from that angle... Well, it's actually a rather good army.
Orders, march. General. Move out. Yes. Move.
Orders.
It's going to be a rather tough battle.
Orders, move.
The reinforcements here are trickling a bit
Yes.
by bit.
Yes. March. No more move.
What about these? They are building
General. Move out.
siege equipment,
Move.
which is a good sign because, well, defensive battles are quite a bit easier than selling forth. But yeah, we need to beat the
Orders. Destroy.
Julii over here. So quite a few hastati, some heavier infantry, and of course those ballistas kind of force us to engage the enemy in battle.
Today is a good day to die. Today is a great day to meet the gods.
Yeah, I
So
think
let
some
us send the
buildings
enemy
do
screaming
affect
to meet their gods.
those traits and ancillaries, but yeah, I agree that things are rather on the more difficult side over there. And speaking on the more difficult side, I was kind of counting on me having the high ground here, but most likely the enemy army is camping over there. And, well, let's see what we can do. We most certainly... Well, perhaps it does not matter. Perhaps we will just move in from the left flank. This might be costly though.
Reinforcements have
Yep, they are
arrived, eager for the
camping
taste of enemy
exactly
blood.
where it could be worst place. But of course, now that they are moving that side, I think we will take control of the high ground and move onwards from there. Was it those reinforcements that practically forced the enemy to change formation? I don't really know. Perhaps. And let's send these... Well, actually, there is no point bringing these guys across. But let's see if the missile cavalry could disrupt at least something on the Roman side. Okay, and I think we are doing some... Okay. Not so good damage as I was hoping for to those recruiters. Then again, as the army is moving this way, that might present some really nice opportunities for doing some missile damage to the infantry as well. And they have indeed, so... Perhaps we don't actually need to take the high ground, but let's begin to move this way straight away. Okay, so this flank is certainly suffering some heavy casualties. So let's hope we can inflict some more before they are in place. Oh, Roman archers. Practically means that we need to pull back. Except now they are on the low ground. So perhaps this is a bit bold move, but rather brave hostility over there. If that's the ballista, perhaps we could snipe it with our general. Okay, and now the Romans are on the move once again, which means that the missile units over here will get some juicy hits off. The only thing I'm afraid of at the moment here is that they are pulling back. Of course they are tired. list of crews, and I don't really like. I saw horse archers actually shooting at our cavalry over there. So we managed to inflict some casualties on Julii, though perhaps not quite as big or great casualties as I was hoping for.
The enemy army runs! Now hunt them down!
But then again, I don't think we actually suffered that great casualties either, so perhaps this was for the best. Oh, we still have some stragglers over there. And here we have, what? 1 unit of hostility. Let's hope, yeah.
Victory!
Good. So actually we took down half of the Roman army. Nice.
We shall rule!
Hi, thanks for the question, LK. I think
Orders?
being aggressive is the key.
Orders? March!
So
Unable to move! General!
I think you need... Oh, that's not good. You need to take care of the most of the Hellenistic factions, Greece, Macedon, at the very least, before they can field those heavy hitters. For example, phalanx pikemen, mostly armies consisting phalanx pikemen or armored hoplites mostly. So you will be struggling against those because, in my opinion, even chosen swordsmen just are not good enough. And in this particular campaign, I think those archer warbands have been really useful for me. So I have had armies that mostly consist of archer warbands, and I have to say that I have been rather impressed how well they have actually fared against the Greek enemies, provided they didn't have their let's say, best units in the field. And of course, being aggressive in this campaign also is important because you are kind of struggling with money initially. So getting those juicy Greek cities, Macedonian cities, will go a long way in helping out in the campaign. This will be rather nice battle because we are defending. And now the Romans must come to us. And I think we even have pretty much the army composition. I kind of liking defensive battles. Let's see if we could do some harassing with the missile cavalry. And then I think our troops on the right flank should do rather well against the Scipii. Agreed on that best defense. And at the same time it might also serve as a good offense. Oh, this is rather interesting formation. Well, let's hope the archers will keep them rather well occupied over there. Looks like we got the attention of one of the Roman generals. I'm rather at a loss what the Scipii are actually doing over there. Because at the moment, I don't think we are actually using our missiles as we should. So time to change the formation a bit. Missile fire. I think we will try to take down those deck straight away, and let's focus on the archer auxilia over there. Or rather the cavalry auxilia. As you can see, Nick, at least I'm rather prone on making typos as well. I don't want you guys to fire any missiles on those fleeing enemies. In there, do we have that Roman general is about to be dealt with? Okay, and I think fire at will, and you guys can fire at will, whatever you want. And war cries should be rather helpful. Let's bring these guys over here as well. Okay, so this is it. Let's actually blow the whole one, and I think our right flank will need some help. Excellent.
Killed the enemy general. Now his men show
And I think
fear.
we have this
Now they may turn and
battle
run. Attack!
quite
Attack!
clearly. Okay,
Enemy
well,
army
that was
runs. Now
surprisingly
hunt
easy,
them
I have to admit. I was expecting a bit more from the Romans. And perhaps it's actually better just not to fire, but use these guys as melee cavalry. And perhaps these guys should cease fire as well. So, it seems we actually took down all of the Roman generals. So, I guess, yeah. So, practically, we can actually wipe out this whole army, which of course will make capturing, what's the name of the Scythia settlement? Was it Capua? In any case, taking it will be quite a bit easier if this army is completely wiped out. Actually, here in Finland, we have a bit... Are these guys still firing? We have a bit of 20 degrees and cloudy as well. In my opinion, rather nice respite from the 30 degrees we had last week. but I guess one's preferences depend on what one has gotten used to. Well, perhaps not in Finland, but in this part of Finland. Okay, I think this should be rather clear victory. Not too many casualties suffered. The warlords, Scythian mercenaries, Grecian archers, and actually Warband, a bit surprisingly, carried the day.
Fear us!
I don't think we want to fight that. Yeah, I hope to beat the Romans before those Marian reforms actually occur, because kind of same thing as I was relating, rather telling related to the Greek cities and Macedon, especially playing as Dacia, because those chosen swordsmen just cannot hold legionary cohorts, especially on very hard difficulty. And of course those chosen archer warbands can support quite well, but still, I think it will be rather difficult to hold the Romans back after the reforms. This time they don't have that many missile cavalry units, so I think we don't actually need to use loose formation.
Units!
So 1 unit of axemen, 1 unit of mercenary hoplites, Depth's war dogs, 2 Scythian, or rather horse archers, bodyguard, and I guess Sarmatian mercenaries.
This is a disaster! The enemy have broken through our walls! Drive them out! Ill news comes unlooked for. The enemy have taken the walls.
Okay, the horse archers are going for a flank, apparently. I don't think Sarmatian mercenaries have shields. Yeah, no, and that makes them quite nice targets for missile fire. Okay, they are not actually flanking. I think we... Let's take care of those warhounds at this point. Okay. Okay. That's cavalry is breaking. And our spears are actually holding surprisingly well for now. Oh, take down the enemy general. At least those warlocks should be frightening them. At least somewhat.
The enemy warlord shows his worth. Nothing. Any of our warriors would die rather than
And
run.
let's take down the enemy general.
You have killed the enemy general. Now his men show fear.
So they
now
still
they may
have
turn and run.
some missile
Attack!
cavalry
Attack!
units over there. But I think we will just try to wipe out enough of the army so that we don't need to worry about this army or
The
this
enemy
general.
army runs. Now hunt them down.
Hurry, move! Attack quickly!
And that's it. Yep, this bought us a couple of turns.
We need fight.
Yeah, they are. During my Germanian playthrough, my regard for war dogs, I guess it depends. It drops quite a bit or rose quite a bit,
General! Yes!
depending on from which perspective you are looking for the things. Okay, the Julia army is here,
Lord!
and as I was speaking of being aggressive, I guess
Orders!
we just have to be aggressive in here.
Lord! March! Kill them! Fear
And
us!
probably, if we besiege Capua, the Scipii and with the help of the Julii will charge
Kill
us.
them! Besieging
And
settlement.
that defensive battle should be what we are looking for.
Settlement under siege! Orders! Chief! Move out!
So perhaps
Orders!
we are starting to have enough troops in a couple of turns, or perhaps even next turn,
Orders! Move out!
to move out.
Unable to move!
And Corinth should fall rather soon. Oh, quite a few family members, so they most likely will sally forth.
Orders!
So we are going to have a rather nice battle over there, and here let's repair the wall once again, and let's repair some of the
Chief!
troops as well.
Chief! 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 Orders! General! Chief! Chief! Move out!
Of course,
No more
rather
moves.
soon the question is, should we start to push northwards, especially when these troops arrive? Because we are having nearly a full army, so we could have the manpower to do that. And of course, when we have dealt with the Gauls over there in Salona, we could start to push
Chief!
northwards so that we can strike the Julii and the Senate from north as well as from the south. But quite a bit depends on how well the assault on Capua goes. Okay, so they are not actually attacking. Well, that's interesting. What kind of temple we do have? So, extra experience.
Yes!
That's
Move out!
nice.
Out of moves! General! Move out! Unable to move! Yes! Yes!
And I think Apollonia should be secure enough with those troops.
Yes!
So
Forward!
let's begin our push. Of course, if we are facing
Out of move!
full army of
March.
Gauls. Oh, let's put it 2 full armies of Gauls. We might be in trouble. perhaps we might want to
Lord,
move
forward.
out, have some additional mercenaries, and block this army from advancing. I think this should be rather favorable position regarding the terrain. And of course we are getting reinforcements here in Italy.
General,
Perhaps next turn we can move them
General.
over here. And I guess after this turn we are going to have a Battle of Corinth. I think I'm planning on... Okay, so they are attacking. Yeah, I think I'm planning on new ones. I think this format of making the kind of versus battles as videos and campaign plays as streams is working rather well. So the plan is to continue, and I think I have received a challenge of doing a Spain campaign next.
Await my orders.
And
Units, units, fire at will. Units.
regarding that campaign, I also think that
Units, forward.
some extra challenge would be rather nice.
Units form up.
So for instance that I cannot use, for example, temple units, or
Units,
I had some nice challenge in my mind at least a while ago, but let's see. Or perhaps combining the different challenge options. For example, I need to capture Rome before moving, or rather taking more than 7 settlements or something like that.
units. Units, forward. Units. Units, forward.
Yeah, I guess Bull Warriors are among the only good units Spain has. Of course, if you can do some cavalry spamming, that could work out rather well as, or rather too. So, the general is moving this way. I guess we need to intercept with our own cavalry. And of course, Spain is, I think, considered, and perhaps it actually is one of the hardest, if not the hardest faction to play the game. Okay, so the bodyguard over there is not going to attack, at least in any good way. For them, that is.
Units, double time.
Okay, perhaps it's best to keep our own cavalry out from there because of friendly fire. Potential for friendly fire. Well, so much for the enemy king, I would say.
Chieftain cavalry.
we are wasting a bit of arrows over there. So basically the enemy is moving out only with cavalry, or they are moving all of their troops out from that gate on the left. Okay, it seems at least some of the siege towers do not serve any function anymore. Okay, another bodyguard. Let's hope we can land some decent hits. This one is actually charging. I'm a bit concerned about how well our arrows will last at this pace, but of course taking down bodyguards is always good use for arrows. Yeah, that could be a rather nice challenge, training those troops only in Spain. Yeah, and of course in the Rome we have this... should we call it? A notoriously famed Iberian infantry or something like that. So I guess these are the last two generals, and those phalanxes are not actually doing anything. So my guess is that we will fire the arrows, and then we will wait, and then
The warlord of the enemy army is running like a startled goat. Hunt him! Goats make good eating!
Or is it this one unit that's actually thwerping around there? Perhaps we will just take the fight to the enemy. I mean, capturing these towers will go a long way, making the battle quite a bit nicer for us.
The enemy warlord lies dead.
Okay,
Now he can
so
drink
now
with
they
his
are
ancestors and watch his warriors flee.
Of course, if we capture this gateway, they cannot come out this way, so perhaps that must be considered a bit more. But at least we will take some of these additional, or rather flanking towers, so so are they actually pulling back to the city center? So perhaps we will actually end up taking this settlement through siege after all. Or rather, siege assault. Yeah, I don't think they are actually going to charge out, so let's take the gateway. Let's move the troops in and take the settlement in the quality old way. So we do have some flanks pikemen going this way. Okay, so it seems they don't have really that much. Actually, I haven't played that many mods. I think the Imperium Surrectum has quite a bit of potential of doing rather well. Of course, there were some glitches, and there was this one bug that actually kind of broke the campaign. That was rather annoying. But otherwise, the amount of content is really great. Of course, I tend to like a bit faster paced battles. So that's one issue for me in the mod. And of course, some Lord of the Rings mods. I have played some, but I would like to play a bit more at some point. But overall, I think I'm more of a vanilla player than mod player. So when the game kind of loses, or I lose interest in the game, I will switch to another game instead of using too many mods at the very least. Oh, this was not exactly what I was planning. Fortunately, they only have warbands. Oh, but some chosen swords. Let's see about the terrain. With good terrain we can win, with bad terrain we will pull back.
Await my orders.
And the enemy reinforcements will be coming from there, most likely. Yeah, I guess the battle length is kind of a preference question. I'm a bit worried about the reinforcements coming that way. Perhaps we would need to deal with them first, while the initial enemy army climbs up here. And of course, it's entirely possible that... yeah,
The enemy are scared. They have brought even more men. No matter, we will count the dead later.
Well, the good thing is that we can actually engage some of the enemy units before others have entered the field. And especially if we can take down the warlord. Good. First unit is breaking, and that most likely will be quite enough to break
Enemy warlord
the whole
flees from our
army.
warriors. Attack and drive them back in the same way.
Okay. Well, this is actually going quite a bit better than anticipated. And at least my opinion of goal units in Rome Total War is not improved.
enemy flee from the field like frightened goats, hunt them down.
So now the
and
question
slay
is,
them all.
will that initial army actually want to fight? Or will they pull back? Let's make the troops ready for the next battle. Okay, so they are planning on engaging us. Perhaps a bit more haste to go and miss here. So we suffered some rather insignificant casualties and they lost half of their army. Actually, the main reason is that the audience likes the original Rome quite a bit better than the remastered one. Of course, with mods, the remastered looks rather similar to the original Rome, but the viewer numbers are just quite a bit smaller in remastered. So, in all its simplicity, that's the reason. And of course, I have to agree that the user interface is somewhat more clunkier in the remastered if one compares to the original one. But I think that's something at least I can cope with. Yeah. That's a good point. That nostalgia, I mean. Yeah, mine
This is
too,
no
and
longer a battle. This
I think
the enemy are crushed like
quite a
beetles
few of them
beneath
got
your.
away. And actually, I think the
We shall rule.
well, that would be rather nice. We are not having any ceasefire. And we have Julia coming this way. Perhaps actually blacksmith would be rather good there. Croton. Well, we don't need to worry about public order as it is. And in Tarentum, yeah, I guess that's rather okay. So, if
Yes,
the Romans want to attack us,
yes, General.
then we will just take
Unable to
couple
move.
in several turns. And here this is looking rather decent settlement. We need to leave some garrison and perhaps let's retrain quite a few of the units over there. But then we need to bring the actual garrison as we move towards Sparta. And well, that's going to be rather tough settlement to take. I mean, really tough. Practically 2 full armies.
General. Lord. Lord. General, move out. Yes. Forward. Out of moves.
And I guess we do have a turn. I think you can get the original Rome running rather well if you use proper settings. So I think you need to use kind of low enough graphic settings. I have made a video about that. I cannot remember those settings and how to use them from the top of my head, but it's really possible to play this original ROM with newer computers. So perhaps you want to check the video out, and perhaps it will actually help you to run the game. Yeah, the user interface requires some getting used to. Okay, so they have actually moved some troops out of Sparta, which of course presents an opportunity for us.
Yes. General. Yes.
Yeah, I think we will just move in.
Besieging settlement. Settlement under siege. Yes. Orders. Yes. 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 General.
Now the question with this army is, should we strike against the Gaul? Perhaps we should. Because if we take Batavium, we have rather nice reserves for training and retraining troops, and this can serve a rather nice staging area for attacking northern Italy overall. And of course an interesting point is if the Greek cities will attack us at Sparta. And another interesting question is, perhaps we actually should send this army northwards. I think it's strong enough.
Move. March. Unable to move.
Oh,
March.
that's Germanian settlement.
March.
Okay, let's move that way then. You mean that Burden of the Crown? Actually, I haven't heard of it. My first strategy game was actually Warcraft 2. Oh, and we have some rather interesting battles ahead of us. So, full complement of Spartan hoplites. So, perhaps we are in for a rather tough battle. Well, let's see how we will fare.
Await my orders.
Well, the terrain is not horrible, but it could be somewhat better. Perhaps our plan will be to anchor our left flank on that stone or boulder, and then just try to hold against the Greek onslaught. which is perhaps easier said than done. I guess we will actually use these guys to guard the flank, while hopefully the archers will be able to inflict at least some damage. Okay, so let's see how we will fare. And is it really so that some of the phalanxes will be circling around the storm over there? Let's see if we could snipe the bodyguard. We have quite nice missile upgrades, so
Enemy are scared. They have brought
we
even
should be
more
hitting
men.
them
No
quite
matter,
hard,
we will
especially
count the dead
if they
later.
are turning their back to us. Because losing the general should be quite a morale shock. Excellent.
The enemy warlord is dead, slain by your brave warriors.
A bit too late. Fortunately, it's only militia cavalry, and it's not doing that well. Could we actually hit those Spartans in the back? Okay, apparently not. I think we need to actually hit those Spartan hoplites no matter what, because they will just eat their way through our infantry if we don't do anything. Okay, they are turning. They are turning their back. And now we should be able to land some nice hits over there. Okay, so I guess it's time for the cavalry, hopefully to shine. Okay, so we are pushing actually through from the middle. Guys should not be chosen. Okay, good. So I guess we need to deal with those Spartans next. Majority of the initial army is actually routing. We want to wipe this army out because that way we can take the settlement straight away. And of course that means conserving some of the arrows. And once again, the general is the primary target, because he is a really good general. I think he has 10 or 9 stars. So taking him out will be rather crucial for taking the settlement, especially if the enemy is able to get away, or some of the troops will be able to get away. Well, let's see how the lucky guy will fare. I don't actually know where those missiles were flying. I mean, these experienced archers with +3 weapon upgrades are just terrifying.
Enemy
Okay,
king has gone to meet his
Not so lucky
ancestors.
after all.
His lackeys now rightly fear us.
could we take down that bodyguard? Okay, perhaps not. So we will need to take the settlement the hard way. But I think we have whittled down. Oh, actually, it's not running together. So let's send a task force to wipe the enemy general out. Good.
The enemy flee from the field like frightened goats. Hunt them down and slay them all.
Okay, well, I was once again expecting a bit of a battle, but I guess once again I shouldn't be complaining too much. Yeah, perhaps that's one of the reasons he was called Lucky, not the Smart. Oh, they had ballistas actually. Well, we don't want to be facing them in the future battles, so...
We need
Okay.
fight.
I think that was rather nice. Victory.
Fear us! Fear us!
I think some of the bonuses, well, to be honest, I'm not sure. Some of them might apply, but at least according to my understanding, for instance, the command talent of the other general does not apply.
Lord,
So let's make some ships. We can take Kydonia, and perhaps we should combine
General, orders.
some of the units in here
General,
to make the retraining a bit easier.
Chief.
Okay, so now the question is how to deal with the Scythia.
Move out, Chief. Kill them.
Okay, so this should be relatively easy battle, and it seems we have another Juliae army approaching.
Day has dawned. Await my orders.
And for once, the terrain is favoring us. That's really nice. And since the enemy army has nowhere to run,
Stand and fight.
we can actually take care of them pretty much at our leisure.
Fight. Units, move out.
New warriors have arrived on the field. Send them to kill the enemy.
Units, double time. Units, double time. Units, double time.
So I think the plan here is to let the
Double time.
archers do their thing. Oh, wrong unit.
Units, make haste.
To me. So, this is becoming rather nice target practice for the archers.
General, noble cavalry. Units, forward. Units, on fire. Missiles, advance.
The enemy warlord shows his worth. This is a great.
Oh, we took some casualties.
Fear us.
Okay, so
Orders.
one Roman army
Move
dealt
out.
with.
Unable to move. Orders.
And I think we want to reinforce this army.
Yes. Orders. Move out. Out of moves. Orders. Forward. Out of moves. Yes.
And here we were targeting Atavium, fortunately
Besieging settlement.
not stone
Settlement under
walls.
siege.
And unfortunately we don't have any archers with this army. That's a bit of a drawback.
Yes.
And then let's have this army marching
Move out.
this way.
Unable to move. Forward. Lord. Orders.
And I think we have turn. Ah, okay, yeah. Managing those traits can be rather interesting at points if one wants to get really good generals. I think for this battle we want to smash this warband quickly and then take that whole army out so that we can actually take the settlement. Yeah, and I can see that's rather exhausting.
This is a day for the... Await my orders!
So, in order to beat that reinforcing army, I think it's coming... I guess that's the settlements over there. So it should be coming from somewhere over there. So we want them to walk to us. It should be a bit exhausting. And at the same time, it will take longer for them to get out of the battle when we have
The
beaten
enemy
them.
have brought more weaklings to reinforce their line.
And I think we will deal with this initial army with cavalry only. Since we don't care that barbarian cavalry too much, it will be the one to strike the first blow.
Enemy flee from the field like frightened goats. Hunt them down. The enemy
And I think we can
warlord
have
is
the
dead, slain by your
barbarian
brave
cavalry
warriors.
running the rest of the enemy troops down. We want to conserve the stamina of the bodyguards, because most likely we will need them in the actual, let's call it, proper battle. So I think we should slightly adjust our front. We need fresh. Okay. And it seems the front of the enemy is actually rather wide. So let's make small adjustments to our own front. A bit of shield style. And I guess then we just wait. And remember to use war cry. So I think they had some skirmisher warbands, mostly warbands, perhaps some swordsmen. Hopefully not too many. Because they can become problem. Some cavalry it seems. Chosen swordsmen, okay. So not only warbands. Fortunately, I think our Illyrian mercs should be able to deal with them rather easily, and they are indeed. Okay, so we are not actually doing that well. Okay, so we are breaking the enemy on that side, but this side is holding rather well. Okay, not anymore. Good. So we just have to have enough troops here to actually keep this flank secure, and then to wipe out wanted to strike at that general.
You have killed the enemy general. Now his men show fear. Now they may turn and run. Attack! Attack!
can actually keep those enemy skirmishers alive for a while longer, so that we can make sure that the fleeing enemy infantry just does not get away. I don't think it's cheating using that pause key. I'm a bit... well, I guess that's reflecting it, my impatience in the campaign. I want to have the pace rather fast. And at the same time, I think it gives some nice extra challenge to the battles. So that it's, at least for me, a bit more interesting to play that way. But I don't think it's at all cheating if you use pause key in the battles. Yeah, I think both sides are having bonuses on snow, excepting my Illyrian mercenaries. I guess we can leave that one to tell the tale. Let's move to intercept. And I would say that Batavium is ours. And that's it.
This is a
Yeah, agreed on that. J02T94R. Yeah, I think some of the more recent Total Wars have this realism option. I don't, perhaps even actually Rome 1 has it. So that you cannot see except what your troops perhaps could see, or perhaps even more limited than that. So those are rather nice, perhaps at some points. But then again, it's striking a balance between this being a game meant to being fun and actual historical battle simulator or something like that.
Boats ready.
So, I think our army is not fully retrained, but I think retrained enough so that we are moving to Athens. And next turn, I think we will set sail towards Kydonia. It should provide some nice boost to our income. Oh.
Lord.
Okay, let's disband this unit.
Yes. Lord.
And I guess this unit as well.
Orders.
And in Batavium, well, of course we will retrain. And I would really like to have some archers in the northern front as well. And it seems the Scipii are just letting us take the settlement over there.
General.
Though I'm a bit worried about this Julii army.
Move out. Move out. Orders. Lord.
I think we are actually having so many armies at the moment that it's a wonder if I don't forget to move some armies at some point. By the way, let's check our situation. So we have 19 regions, so quite a bit to go still. But I think after we have wiped out the Romans and the Hellenistic factions, well, we need to move to Asia Minor rather soon regarding that, but we should be in relatively good position to wipe out at least the barbarian factions in the Western Europe. Okay. Let's see if the Julia will actually try to attack. That would be make things quite a bit easier for us. And perhaps we need to reinforce Sparta a bit in case that Greek city's army decides to attack.
Aye, Captain.
And let's
Aye, aye,
try
Captain.
to
Aye, aye, Captain.
avoid some
Set
pirates
sail.
that are lurking
Moving
in
ashore.
the area.
Yes. Kill them! Besieging settlement.
Greetings to Thailand.
This is a fine day. Await my orders.
And I think
Units.
this will be a battle
Units,
for
stand and fight.
archers.
Units, march. Units, group.
The feeble enemy have more men. Ha! These are more heads for our warriors to collect in triumph.
Oh, there is... I hope that's militia light unit. Yeah, it is.
The enemy army runs. Now hunt them down.
Oh,
The
there
enemy
was still that.
warlord is dead, slain
Enemy
by your
general.
brave
Okay.
warriors.
Let's see if they will be... Oh, 2 units of Grecian archers. Rather impressive. But they are making some rather weird maneuvers, so... The settlement will be ours and hopefully that army will be disbanded as well. Of which I'm not actually sure. Which of course means that perhaps we should make sure that we don't need to fight against them anymore.
Units, double time. Hurry.
Because facing 2 units of Grecian archers is never nice.
Missiles, attack quickly. Units. Units, make haste. Units, move out. Units, double time. Units, make haste. Missiles, attack quickly. Units.
Okay,
Victory!
that should be it.
Victory! Our land by conquest!
Perhaps burning it was not the best of ideas because,
ready! Aye, aye, Captain!
well,
Set sail!
port there would have been rather nice. And it seems that Julia have pulled back from there. And
Yes.
perhaps
Orders!
we just should get going.
Victory! Orders! General! Attack! Fear us! General!
I think we want actually to put some pressure on the
Attack!
Julii. Perhaps they will recall this army.
General! Move! Out of move!
Okay, there is a rebel settlement. I think we will take it along the way. And yeah, next turn we will move to Rhodes in there.
Orders!
And I'm still a bit worried about that army over there. Okay, so where is this battle happening? So basically, it's going to be an infantry battle against Romans. So the battle does not look that good, especially as we are having mostly war bands.
The day has dawned! Await my orders!
But since they are attacking, I think we can once again make just an infantry line with support, and since the initial army consists only of one unit, we will just run it down.
The feeble enemy
Oh,
have
it's
more
Brinky
men.
Bees.
Ha! These are more heads for our warriors to collect in triumph.
That's going to be a bit problematic because they will be firing their missiles.
Enemy army runs. Now
Not so
hunt
problematic
them
after
down.
all. Nice.
The enemy warlord is dead, slain by your
Ah,
brave
by the way, regarding
warriors.
the... Oh, regarding the question about using generals in battle and those secondary generals, I'm not even sure if reinforcing army can actually have too much benefits from its general. So if the general of the main army goes down, I'm not sure if the general of the reinforcing army can actually affect things too much.
The warlord of the enemy army is running like a... The enemy warlord lies dead. Now he can drink with his ancestors
And
and
here
watch
is the
his
issue
warriors
with-
flee.
Going into infantry battle against Romans. Well, we are winning in most of the sides, but still, 2 units routing is 2 units too many, in my opinion, because they will sustain rather heavy casualties, and that in turn will slow down our advancement here in Italy.
This is no longer a battle, this is a hunt. No, a coward chase.
Yeah, agreed. That would be interesting to test, though to build that kind of test scenarios... At least it's not going to be easy.
Illyrian mercenaries.
So Velites, War Dogs, Principes, perhaps Hastati.
Warlord shows his worth. Nothing. The enemy warlord is dead, slain by your brave warriors. The enemy flee from the field like frightened goats. Hunt them down and slay them all.
Okay, so it seems we managed to beat the War Dogs as well. And that's it.
Victory!
Though we did suffer quite a bit of casualties.
Fear us!
So, could we
Ready!
get to roads? Yes, we could.
Ready to
Provided there are no
Yes, Captain.
pirates along the way.
Yes, Captain. Out of moves.
Orders, Chief, General.
Then again, we can only land
Yes.
the cavalry units,
Orders.
but
Ready
it's
to sail.
always a rather high risk to leave large army to one ship.
Yes.
So I think we will land and get what armor we can.
Attack!
Ready to sail.
Okay, well that went nicely enough. And well, I think we will actually move against Mediolano
General. Lord. Yes. Splitting the troops.
because
Attack!
it's
Besieging
so much
settlement.
easier target.
Settlement under siege. Kill them.
And I
Settlement
think we
under
need
siege.
some extra strength to assault the Juliai over there. And I think it's about time for the final battle of this episode, and most likely I think the Scipii army over here will make a rather decent target. So, and well, we have some archer units, but mostly it's going to be infantry versus infantry.
Await my orders. War Chief.
And luckily we are not actually relying on, well, so much for actually our infantry. Well, the infantry line is rather small, or actually we do have one additional unit.
Units forward.
Mercenary Celtists.
Units forward.
But I think once again the archers actually will be the deciding factor in this battle.
Units move out.
New warriors have arrived on the field. Send them to kill the enemy.
Germans are coming closer. They're actually coming quite close. Perhaps we could snipe General. Then perhaps we just need to hit the enemy side. And then we can move our infantry line a bit onwards. And after that, probably snipe with General. I'm a bit worried about those enemy cavalry units on the flanks, since we don't have that much to counter them. It seems these two units are disobeying orders. And second time. So are we actually hitting our own troops, or those peltasts are firing over there? And once again, it seems we could fire at the Roman general, but are we actually firing at it at all? Oh! Okay. Yeah, that's Balearic Slinger unit explains quite a bit. Could we actually hit it? I don't know at all. Okay, they are firing at the peltasts. So perhaps we will move. Well, actually, perhaps we don't need to actually move onwards. Or perhaps we should. Because I would really like to those higher value targets. General, and we can drive off the Equites over there, and it It seems the battle is about to be joined.
Units, front! Stand your ground!
We're being attacked!
Are these guys actually firing at anything? Okay, finally. Some progress. Despite eating quite a few of those pila, I think this has been the perhaps not the optimal strategy, but at the very least somewhat correct. Yeah, they might rout rather quickly, then again it's not certain, so I would rather not risk the troops too much here, because we have that Julii army to deal with still. Perhaps if we pull these guys a bit further back, we could fire a bit better. I guess here we go. It seems you were right. They are routing rather nicely.
The warlord of the enemy army is running like a startled goat. The enemy flee from the field like frightened goats, hunt them down, and slay them all.
Seems we cannot catch the enemy general over there. But yeah, I think overall rather nice last battle. At least it ended in victory.
Victory! Orders? Move out!
And we are ready to face the Julii, most likely at the beginning of the next episode. So, this is everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions and so on. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldGames out.